Some criminals didn't just break the law, they built empires worth millions, even billions. Think about that for a moment. We're not talking about petty theft or street-level crime. We're talking about transnational organizations, sophisticated logistics, and a level of financial control that rivals some small nations. This wasn't just about money, it was about power, influence, and the sheer scale of operations that operated completely in the shadows. Let's count down the top 5 richest criminals in history. At number 5, Frank Lucas. If you've seen the movie American Gangster, you might know some of the story. But the real Lucas was even more calculated. Operating out of Harlem in the 1960s and 70s, Lucas didn't follow the traditional routes others used. He looked at the existing criminal syndicates, the established families, and saw inefficiency. They relied on multiple layers of middlemen, each taking a cut, each adding a point of failure, and each introducing a level of unpredictability. He saw the flaws, he saw the waste, and most importantly, he saw the risk. Instead, he changed the system. He decided to go to the source. By cutting out the middlemen and dealing directly with producers in Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War, Lucas built a direct supply chain. This wasn't just a new route, it was a revolutionary approach to a criminal market. It gave him something incredibly rare in that world, something that others would kill for: true control. Control over pricing, control over quality, control over distribution. He wasn't just a distributor, he was the primary. And with that control came money, serious money. At his peak, estimates suggest his operations were generating tens of millions of dollars monthly. But he didn't just make money, he moved it. Quietly, efficiently, like a shadow across the urban landscape. He wasn't flashy. He didn't wear furs or drive custom cars to attract attention. He moved low profile, calculated, always thinking ahead, like a grandmaster on a chessboard. He invested in real estate, legitimate businesses, and built a veneer of respectability. But in a system like that, when you are that successful, staying invisible doesn't last forever. The very scale of his operation began to generate its own gravity. And eventually, the attention came. The pressure built. The invisible network was forced into the light, and like many empires built on shadows before him, the foundation began to crack. The structure was ultimately too large, too complex, and the light too intense to withstand. Now, at number 4, Griselda Blanco, a name that carried weight across continents.